Howdy from Arlington, Texas, y'all. Hope this video finds you well. Happy Monday. I've had this COMC order for a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. Got it in early March. If you're wondering, I want to say I don't pay for expedited shipping. So I submitted this. I want to say they gave me a little over a month as their estimated ship date. It actually got out 3 days before. So the low level, the basic shipping now, it appears, at least in my case, was about 1 month. So there you go. So let's take a look. Apparently, now that I've started the video, Miss Stella has decided to play with her squeaky toy. That's awesome. So one thing you're going to notice here, I've got hundreds of other cards I've purchased from COMC that are just sitting there. Eventually, I'll get them shipped home. But I buy even in reseller mode. So every time I ship, I have to pay the fee that they tack on, which is $0.25 for a basic card. It's like $1 for a graded card. So I only got sent home certain stuff and you're going to see here stuff that basically goes with the way I'm collecting now. If you've watched my channel for a couple of years, you know that, I have trouble maintaining focus and I shift a lot. But right now, this is going to reflect a good part of what I'm doing. So we're almost 2 minutes in. Let's not waste any more time. So this is a random one. This is Barry Bostwick. This is from Rocky Horror Picture Show. But Barry Bostwick, what I know him from the most is the mayor on Spin City. And then he's been on some other shows like Cougar Town, things like that. And I did see on Star Tiger that he signs through the mail. So I decided to pick that up and send that off to him. See if I can get that signed, because, I mean, who didn't love the mayor from Spin City? This one's another kind of random one. I've been on a vintage football kick, football history kick. Pete Pijos is a Hall of Famer. Struggled with, it was either Alzheimer's and dementia or one of the two toward the end of his life, which is something that, I have learned is in my family and probably will at some point get me. So I just wanted to, have this. I think this is a 49. Nope, it's 48 leaf. 48 leaf. But I got this for less than $10. I mean, yeah, it's creased, but it's vintage. There's a lot of information out there. His daughter did a short documentary film, about the final years of his life that was very, very fascinating to watch, very hard to watch, to see what a great football player, toward the end of his life in his 80s, kind of where he was. So let's move into some racing. So I picked this up at one point, got it for a decent amount. I want to say I only paid like $8 for this. I was actually going to write down the prices on all these because I feel like most everything I got a deal on, but I just didn't want to do the work. But this is a Lewis Hamilton from the first Topps Chrome. This is just a base refractor. It's one of the winners, a race winner card. So it's not, card number one, not the super desired one, but I'm still happy with it for $8. It's first F1 set refractor. And though I don't like him, probably undoubtedly one of the greatest drivers in the history of Formula One, if not the, and, I still respect him as a driver. That's about the only way I respect him. So this is another of the winner, race winner. So he had multiple cards in the set because of the race winners, things like that. This is the purple refractor. These were numbered out of $3.99. So I grabbed that. I want to say I grabbed that for less than $20, and I think they go anywhere from $75 to $100 now. That's it on the Formula One. Like I said, just pick those up because, the way I filter and sort and things, sometimes I, stumble on some deals, and those I thought were deals. So I've got these two Racing Artifacts Dale Earnhardt race used tire cards, each numbered out of $199. I believe I got these each for like $15. Prices have definitely spiked on the racing for the top guys, specifically Earnhardt. Like Gordon just has not, grown like some others, but some petty stuff. Well, I guess if you're watching this, I just got a text from Herman. Looks like we may not be going live tonight. But anyway, yeah, I think I got these for 15 each before the price spike. It happened later than it did for the stick and ball sports, but it's definitely happened, and I've definitely noticed a serious increase in Earnhardt prices. So here are a couple other artifacts from Press Pass Legends, both numbered out of 199, both race used tires. I think I got these for like $10 a piece. Yeah, good luck finding anything like that for $10 anymore. I think I have a copy or two of this already. Someday soon I'll do a showcase because I want to get all my Earnhardt stuff together, get it logged into trading card database, so on and so forth, kind of figure out what I've got as I'm trying to add to this collection. But anyway, this one is numbered 31 out of 199. Useless, interesting fact, number 31 was Mike Skinner's car and then some other drivers after that, but that was actually Dale Earnhardt's team car. Not a relic, but I loved these when I was collecting back in the mid to late 90s. Some of these this insert set was one of my favorites. It is a Road to the Cup. And then it's just a DE1 Dale Earnhardt card. I guess this is different. Okay, so there was an insert set that was different drivers and had this, but apparently that was just a short print card. So speaking of short print cards, so as you saw, that was 1996. That was not first year Upper Deck produced racing cards. I want to say 94, just the year before, 95 was the first year, but they did not have the rights to get Dale Earnhardt cards. So this card was randomly inserted as another short print. Well, it's a short print, but it doesn't have an SP number. This is number 301. But this was inserted into 1996 Upper Deck Road to the Cup, but they are the 1995 design. And the 1995 set was 300 cards, so they made this card number 301. Just a short print Dale Earnhardt card. Outside of that, nothing extremely special about it. Just not as easy to find. Thankfully, I picked this one up, before the price spike. So this is a platinum, totally certified platinum red. These, like the baseball or the football that you may have, are numbered out of $29.99. For the reds. I think the blues are $19.99 or something like that. 1996 or 1997 press pass. This was one of the first race. I think this is the first tire card that was inserted into packs, not the first memorabilia cards. But as you can tell, it's an acetate. You can see my finger there behind it. What I love about this is that they actually also told you what race, the tire was used in. So there you go. You're proud owner of a press pass Dale Earnhardt burning rubber race used tire. Was used on Dale Earnhardt's cars. He charged from 34th starting position to finish 6th at the UAW GM Quality 500 on October 6, 1996. And then it is numbered 37 out of 400. It's just another cool relic to add to the collection. And speaking of relics, here's one more, another tire. This one from Press Pass Legends out of 50. So I want to say I'm probably up over a dozen relic cards of Earnhardt now, and they're not cheap. So I'm glad that I got, most of them I picked up before the prices spiked. And I'm glad I did. So we got 2 stacks of cards here. So let's just dig in. Again, a lot of these purchased before price spikes. I'm not the biggest graded guy, but I felt like they were deals for graded, especially as grading prices jumped. This one, a PSA 6, I'm not normally going to pick up something like that, but I love the holiday, the Santa Claus type stuff. Love those Pro Set, Christmas Santa cards as a kid. So this was just kind of in my wheelhouse. And these aren't exactly that easy to find. I want to say they're serial numbered. We can't get it here. I want to say these are serial numbered. Maybe they're not even serial numbered. They're just, you don't see them very often, though. I have Dale Earnhardt searches on eBay, and I don't very often see those. 95 Zenith Z Team. So as you can tell from there, if you're looking at a Pinnacle card, and that is a Dufex card. Again, graded a 6, not something I'd normally pick up, but I was able to pick up a graded copy for basically what you would find an ungraded copy for. So, why the hell not? So these are just some things like this is a PSA 9 95 assets. The reason I picked up pretty much the rest of these up is just because they were cheap. I was like, you know, I'm paying like $5, maybe $6 or $7 for most of them. They're common cards, so I'm paying a little bit extra, obviously, for them to be in a slab. But you know, I have started to appreciate the consistency of how the slab cards look. 95 Zenith Tribute, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Not Dale Earnhardt Jr. Dale Earnhardt, another Dufex design card or technology card. A 10 of a 93 action pack, just a base card, nothing too special, but you know, like I said, it was cheap. Race Reflections, I think these are numbered out of 1995. Yeah, it says it right there, numbered out of 1995. So, I mean, not extremely rare by any stretch of the imagination. Most dominant Daytona qualifier. At this point, he had not won the Daytona 500 yet, though. So I showed the red earlier. I was happy to get a blue of the Pinnacle Totally Certified, numbered out of 1999. This is 1915 out of 1999. Glad I picked that up when I did. Cheap. 95 Classic Clear Assets. It's an acetate card. You can kind of see the COMC strip slip through the back of it. 9, got it cheap. I mean, I might have some of these I got for as cheap as a couple of bucks. I don't think they were the PSA ones, but I got some other ones. Skybox Profile. Who didn't love Skybox back in the 90s? Was glad to see him get into NASCAR a little bit. Something a little different. Mint 10 for what it's worth. 94 Action Pack Dale Earnhardt, PSA 9. 91 Tracks. This was a 7. I do think I got this one for like 3 something. Why else would I buy a 7? Because I got it cheap. I'm not going to pay up for a 7. 95 Max Dale Earnhardt Chase the Champ. I want to put this set together. I think it's a 10 card insert set. This one, 92 Tracks. Then it's got that's Dale Earnhardt. That's the Dale Earnhardt's car there, and the Hooters car behind it. I'm assuming is Alan Kulwicki. I could be wrong, but I think 1992 that was Kulwicki's car. I'm sure somebody will correct me. One of my NASCAR guys will correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Another one I just got super cheap. It was a 7, so I wasn't going to pass on it. Finish line silver. It's got the little silver stamping, so it's a parallel. These are not even PSA. They're just slabs, but again, super cheap. I think at most I paid like $4 for these. But I'm like, it's slab. It's cool. Whatever. Not necessarily cool because they are kind of not the desired grading services, but it is what it is. This one, I love this, the hollow foil. I will say that I've started learning. I forgot how good Press Pass was in the 90s. They kind of rested on their laurels once they didn't have any competition. But yeah, these hollow foils are nice, and pictures on COMC and eBay just don't truly do them any justice. So definitely trying to do some research on some of the shinier, flashier cards to add to my collection, because like I said, just eBay, COMC and eBay searches do them no justice. 1 stack left. That's it for the racing. So if you're watching for just the racing, you don't have to continue, but if you would like to, now we're going to look at some vintage football that I picked up. 1950 Bill Blackburn PSA 5. Literally the reason I picked these up was because they were good prices. Most of these I think I got for $10 or less. I think it was Dave and Adams had put them on COMC, and I guess they were just trying to blow them out, just get through them. So I was the very, very happy buyer. So Barry French, but graded a 5. I mean, not bad for a 1950 card. George Thomas, excellent 5. This one I paid a little more for. I forget. I know I'd looked up. I can't remember if George Taliaferro. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. But there's definitely a story behind him that I should have looked up, so I could have told y'all. But this one was a 6. I think I paid like 18 for that one. Still not unhappy with it for what it was. This one, I just got it so cheap. I'm not really a Beckett grading fan, but I got it cheap. It was slabbed. I want to say I got this for like $8. I don't understand how it's a 2.5, to be honest, because if we'll focus here, right here, you can see there's paper loss. Yeah, it's not wanting to focus. But I mean, there's straight paper loss there. There you go. So I don't know how the hell this got a 2.5. I mean, I don't know. But price was right, so I wasn't gonna pass on it. 5.5 of Ed Carr. So those were all 1950 Bowman. I got a few 51 Bowmans. You know, same concept. You know, they were mid-grade, you know, collector grade, a 5 for a 50s card. And I got all these, I think, for like $9.99. Obviously was an extra $1 shipping to get them all. But, you know, so at the end of the day, I paid $11 for them, but to my door, but not unhappy about that. I definitely know I have this as a raw copy, but it's not nearly as good, not as beautiful as this one is. I'm passively working on the 1950 Bowman football set, but that's very passively. I don't even know. I've asked this before. At what point are you actually working on a set? Like, I haven't even together the checklist. I just continue to wire them when I can, and at some point I'll do something with it, and we will. We'll say working on the 1952 Bowman large in a 1. Oh, that was a 52 Bowman small, so there you can see the size difference in the cards. But good price, and that's a 1. That's a good looking 1 to me. There might have been some, maybe there's some missing, you know, something missing on the back, but none. So this one I paid closer to 24, just because Leo Nomalini's a Hall of Famer. But then getting a little later, 1984 Topps Mike Webster. I was a center when I played football. Not a very good one. I wasn't even a starter. But nonetheless, Mike Webster, you know, the early days of me learning about pro football was the Steelers center, Hall of Famer, PSA 8. I think I paid like $7 for this. So at one point, I was a big Oilers fan, and Ernest Givens was my favorite player. And if you've been following my channel for a while, you know I was starting on a PSA graded 87 Topps football set. I'm pretty sure I'm giving that up. I'd rather spend my money elsewhere. But I got this super cheap, so it was worth it. And, you know, saving, you know, to many that'll watch this, probably the best for last. Picked this up, 2 or 3 years ago. I don't even remember. Dr. J Beckett certified autograph on his 87, 88 Fleer. I'd been looking at, you know, some Dr. J stuff, you know, from the more recent sets, the Panini sets. Honestly, I like the autographs on the old cards. So this is ultimately what I decided to get so that I could say I have a Dr. J autograph to go along with my Moses Malone Sixers autograph. And if Panini will ever redeem my redemptions that are 2 years old, eventually I'll have a couple of Charles Barkleys. But that's what I got for today. If you hung all the way through and made it, you know, we're almost 19 minutes in, I truly appreciate it. Let me check this, and you're watching before the show. Yep. Looks like no show tonight with Herman on the 3B Collection channel. So we'll get back at it next week. As always, don't be a dickhole. Be kind to animals. Adopt. Don't shop. Let's, you know, we've just got too many pets, dogs, and other animals that are consistently being euthanized, and it just sucks when we really could do a better job. And as part of that, make sure you get your pets spayed or neutered. That's what I got. I'll see you on the road.